The art of war has maintained its popularity because of its application outside of military strategy. Its teachings became quite influential in business, politics, and even marketing. In this video, I will explain to you 8 powerful lessons taught in this book. So if you're excited to get some wisdom, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Now, let's start with the first. Never use limited resources as an excuse for bad strategy. There are no more than 5 primary colors: blue, yellow, red, white, and black. Yet in combination, they produce more hues than can ever be seen. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. While it's easy to use the excuse of limited resources as the problem of an ineffective strategy, you should learn to maximize the resources that you have. When handling your small business, there are limitations regarding time, money, and comprehension. It's not likely that you have a $10,000 monthly marketing budget, but understanding that your business has some weaknesses is actually a strength. Sun Tzu is telling us that even when facing limitations, creativity can lead to new possibilities that we create. From only 5 colors, the world has an almost infinite amount of different colors to pick. For example, the color green isn't possible until yellow and blue are combined. So when building an effective marketing strategy for your business, you need to start by identifying the resources that you have and the ones that you don't. Do you have so much time but no money to invest? Do you have a limited amount of time but a considerable budget? The goal here is that even with a scarce amount of resources, you can find combinations that produce good results. The difference between success and failure stand in being resourceful over being dependent on resources. Success takes discipline and execution. Strategy without tactics is the slowest route to victory. Tactics without strategy is the noise before defeat. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Everyone knows that a smart strategy is the key to success, right? It means having a specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound strategy. Smart strategies are designed to give any business project structure and support, and to set out more clearly what you want to achieve, and by when. It's clear that Sun Tzu gives more importance to developing a functional strategy, and I don't disagree. Without a good strategy, all of your marketing efforts will be in vain. You can work as hard as you want, but you'll never achieve success unless you know what you're working towards. Without a game plan, you can't measure progress and performance. This is why you need tactics too. Tactics are your day-to-day tasks. They are the engine of your marketing ship. Tactics power your business towards your goals. Speed first. What is of the greatest importance in war is extraordinary speed. One cannot afford to neglect opportunity. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. A quick victory is the main goal of the war. If this is late in coming, the troops are discouraged and morale declines. When the army engages in long-term campaigns, the resources of this state will not be sufficient. Thus, while we have heard of stupid hurry in warfare, we have not yet seen a clever operation that has been prolonged. Plans, strategy, and tactics are important, but if you know that your project will have to be done anyways, speed will help you out far more than passivity. The Art of War explains that success requires winning decisive engagements quickly, meaning that moving swiftly and strongly is a big part of this. Always plan to complete a part of your project that delivers value within a fixed amount of time. This is similar to setting up mini project milestones with deadlines. Breaking things into smaller pieces makes the goals less complex, allowing you to attack and achieve them quickly. If you're launching a new business, the most important thing is to get it off the ground, up and running as fast as possible. This will give you 3 benefits. First, you'll be more motivated to continue. If you didn't move quickly in the beginning to gain momentum, you'll likely get stuck in a mental breakdown. Second, it's a lot easier and enjoyable to work on your project or business once things are moving forward, since you're seeing direct results from your work and aren't worrying about working for no real results. Finally, you'll be first into the market, a huge advantage in the world of business. Search for easy attack points. So, in war, the way is to avoid what is strong and strike at what is weak. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. People sometimes like to brag about working extra hours, as if it's earned them some kind of badge of honor. Yet the Art of War recommends the exact opposite, finding the weak, low-effort points of attack when working towards your goals, so you will get the maximum result with the least effort. Sure, you could apply for a job in the traditional way, but if you can get connected with the hiring manager directly, maybe through some other network connections, then why not? If you're looking to start a new business, look for whatever shortcuts you can to move quickly. The point is, you don't have to be a magic genius or an Elon Musk to create a great business. You just have to recognize and fill a need, which is much easier to find if people have already done the job for you. Let the people take satisfaction in working hard, while you reap the same rewards, without as much investment of time, effort, and money. Managing energy and staying motivated. There is no instance of a nation benefiting from prolonged warfare. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. The workaholics and wannabe entrepreneurs advocate working 16-hour days. And although success does require one to work hard, and in some instances insanely hard, that's not even remotely possible, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And nor is it healthy, or is it an effective way of working over the long term. You will be well-fueled, and thanks to this, it's easy to get work done. This is especially true when doing work that is more technically involved, or more creative, as things that require a lot more thinking when compared to everyday tasks, like chores, cooking, or sitting in traffic. As part of energy management, Sun Tzu also discusses methods of staying motivated. If supposedly you're working on a big project, such as developing your business, or anything else that takes time and effort, your motivation won't be at its peak. And if you are, you won't be able to sustain it for a long period. It's healthy and important to refuel your motivation from time to time. If you hit a big milestone in your project, business, or life, take the time to celebrate your successes. Enjoy it and savor the accomplishment. By doing this, you will put yourself in a good mood and remind you that it's all worthwhile. You can even establish rewards for hitting certain goals before you actually get there. Knowing that there's a sweet prize at the end of the road will make you more motivated, and you will keep going when times get tough. Be flexible. If you can be flexible in your strategies, and you always seek to have a variety of tactics, you will accomplish so much for your business or projects. Although The Art of War was the collection of the experience of many military strategists, the combination of all the lessons and talents created something truly impressive. A flexible business can provide the collective power and many talents of its team to open new paths in Art of War business tactics. It has been proved that businesses that operate with more flexibility in their day-to-day operations tend to grow at a faster rate than those who do not. This can be attributed to the fact that people are happier working for a business that allows them the freedom to do their job the way they think it's the best. Being flexible is not something that business owners should worry about, but rather, it is something that can actually help you take your business to the next level. If you've been searching for a way to breathe fresh life into your business, you may discover that being flexible is all that you need. Also, being flexible will make you more responsive to change. The shifting dynamics of the workplace and marketplace means that you need to adapt and respond to change quickly. Resisting this can lead to excessive stress and failure. Embracing flexibility will help you adapt to difficult situations more easily and more quickly. Expect the best, but prepare for the worst. When planning for war, Sun Tzu always prepared for the worst. No matter how well trained his soldiers were, the possibility of surprise by their enemies was always there. Going into battle, there were countless variables and tactics to consider. Only by preparing for and anticipating his enemy's moves would he be able to succeed. It was critical that he considered the worst-case scenario, with possible solutions at all times. For every move his opponent might make, he had to find a counterattack. When working on a project at work or doing anything else that is important to you, you have to use the same kind of attention to detail sometimes. Often, there are so many things that can go wrong with all types of plans, so thinking ahead to find solutions or to minimize the damage can be very helpful. However, I'm not saying that you should always be looking for what could go wrong in life. That kind of mindset would not only stop you from achieving success, but it will also remove happiness from life. If all you do is imagine the things that could go wrong with everything, the world will look like a dark place. It is important for your happiness that you always keep a positive mental attitude and expect things to go your way, while at the same time preparing for unexpected problems. No one wins in prolonged conflict. There is no instance of a nation benefiting from prolonged warfare. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. This is one of the most important lessons of the art of war. Although conflict is a continuous part of life in which human beings intentionally engage, if it is prolonged, it hurts everyone involved. The lesson here is, don't search for conflict. Search for a resolution. It's important that you know that even if you win a conflict, you will find yourself a loser in one way or another. We get so much more out of life, personally, professionally, and spiritually, when we work to stay in harmony with the world around us. So, What do you think about this extraordinary book? What's your favorite lesson from The Art of War? If you liked my take on The Art of War and you learned something new today, you have to give this video a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. On this channel, we're all about giving you value-packed educational content. Here on Practical Wisdom, we cover topics on self-improvement, entrepreneurship, business, health, and mindset. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on our future uploads. So, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.